NFL draft rumors keep swirling, man. We're gonna get into something right quick. It's been a rumor that's been spreading around on Twitter, and I just want to get my quick thoughts on it. I see people giving their quick thoughts, and I want to do the same, give my 2 cents, like I always do. Uh, and a trade could be in the making. As I told you on the previous video, that I feel like a trade up is a smart thing to do when it's a player that you know can be a franchise changing player. Not only a game changer, but a franchise changer. Guys like Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, uh, Jalon Walker. And JBN put a tweet out on the 4th of April, and I'm getting around to it, like I said. Um, I just feel like with this move that he's been hearing, um, this could be a game changer. This could be a franchise changer. The Falcons just end up releasing their defensive leader in Grady Jerry, who's now a Chicago Bear. Um, and they need to find a new identity on defense. Jeff Ulbrich is taking over as head coach. So it's going to be interesting to see what he implements, what scheme. Will it be a 4-3? Will it be a 3-4? Will it be a hybrid type defense where they can use a mix of both? Which I think would be a smart thing because we saw a lot of that when Dan Quinn was here in Atlanta. But it's going to be interesting to see because Jesse Bates has one more year left on his deal. He could get an extension. They just extended AJ Terrell. So their two key defenders are locked up at least for another year or two. Um, but yeah, man, let's get into this tweet right quick. JBN has said that he was told the Falcons reached out to the Jets to swap the 7th and 15th pick uh, as they eyed Jalon Walker. The front office want to make a splash with pass rush and feel that Parsons is no longer attainable. Stop right there. If y'all go back through my videos, y'all will see that I said that it's time for the Falcons to make a franchise changing move, and we don't see that too often with a lot of teams. But the Falcons definitely need that. As I said, a Abdul Carter or Jaden Walker in this draft, or even a Mike Green could be franchise changing. But when you miss out on a Michael Parsons, and they took Kyle Pitts over Michael Parsons, and they were thinking at that time Julio had just left, so they needed to find Matt Ryan a weapon, and they felt like Kyle Pitts could be that guy. But he did have a historic rookie season, nearly breaking Mike Dicker's record for receiving yards for a tight end. But touchdown wise, it hadn't worked out. He has a total of 10 touchdowns, I think, over his first 4 seasons. It's funny because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 is the way it fell with his touchdown numbers, but he's coming off a year where he seemed to be turning the corner at times. But now he has a new quarterback that's not going to be scared to give him the football. And I think Mike Penix, who says he believes in Kyle Pitts, is probably going to be Kyle Pitts' saving grace. Now, it's just good news for the Falcons. It could be in some aspects, but when it comes to that contract, hey, that's going to be another uh, subject. But let's finish out this tweet, man. Michael Parsons being no longer attainable, I can see that. You probably want 2 to 3 first round picks or 2 first round picks and probably 2 second round picks, but it's going to cost a lot of money to go out there Michael Parsons. And at this point, the Falcons can't afford to do that. And he's probably going to want a new contract, which he could play out this contract. And the Falcons with cap money coming next year could sign him an extension that starts next year. But it's all about the draft capital and what you got to give up. And I honestly agree. I don't think he's attainable because if he was, they would have been talking about it. And it says with the Saints and Panthers both needing pass rush, Falcons want to beat them to Walker, and if they get to number 7, they jump Carolina and New Orleans, who could also jump in there, bidding war, and it could be an NFC South bidding war. And you got to get in front of those teams because at number 8 with the Panthers, I know they're definitely going edge rushing. I don't know which one is going to be, but I can see them going edge rush as well. If the trade happens, it'll be a draft night situation, and more likely that means they also have to give up 2026 first as well. And I'm fine with that, man. I'm fine with that. Um, and if they want to throw in another player as well, I'm down with that too. Because The Jets, they don't need a lot on defense. And I think they're more of an offensive threat, and I think offensive lineman will be available at 15 or whatever way they may want to swing their draft because 15 is still going to be a top notch player there that they wanted they could get. But me trading a first this year and the first next year, maybe a player, maybe a future third, I could do that all day long because if I know I'm getting a franchise changing player that can come in, and as I told y'all with Jalon Walker, man, you would be getting a guy that can play inside linebacker, a guy that can play edge, but he needs to fine tune his edge skill just a little bit. He has his I think 4.4 speed, maybe sub 4.4, just a little bit under 4.4, but you talk about a guy that can play zone and coverage, a guy that can run sideline to sideline. And look, those type players are hard to find. And if you can use him as a Michael Parsons type piece on your defense, you got to do it. Because think about the way that the game is set up with the quarterbacks now. Most quarterbacks are scrambling quarterbacks and guys that can use their legs. So you got to have that speed on the outside, a guy that can spy and read and react to what he needs to when he needs to, because the NFC South is going to get better, and the Falcons' schedule every year is going to get harder. And with these mobile quarterbacks, the way they're coming into the league nowadays, you just got to have speed at that linebacker position. Somebody that can control the defense, set the edge, and clog up run lanes. And Jalon Walker can do it all. So it makes sense because of that aspect. But I think this trade could work, man. It could work. But especially if they got to give up a first, I would do it because with draft picks, man, as I always say, man, forget them picks. Um, that second round pick you could get next year, you can stretch that out by trade back multiple times to get more picks and replace that one pick because every draft pick, whether it's number one, whether it's number 250, whatever, Mr. Irrelevant, it's a 50-50 chance it's boom or bust. We've seen it throughout the history of football. Number one picks not being who they said they are on film, and we've had guys that little people know nothing about that have come in and become Hall of Famers, basically off of just doing scouting work. Just the way it works. But this trade, Atlanta Falcons, New York Jets, would you do it? Hmm. I say yes. I say go for it. You got to go for it. It's time. It's time to get that game changer on defense. It's time to have a defense that people can respect because you got the offensive side almost worked out. So now you got to stop somebody. Y'all drop in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Antoine Smitty Sports Machine, man. I will talk to y'all soon. NFL draft is around the corner. Let's get ready for it. Peace.